Tapas Fleming, tatlife.com. Today I wanted to talk to you about anxiety. I have a theory. My theory is that a lot of our anxiety is inherited PTSD. That our ancestors suffered stuff and we're still tuned in to the stuff that they suffered that they never resolved. After all, they didn't have TAT, right? So there are things that happen to them that still make us feel scared. There was a study done with mice, and they gave these mice a shock when they smelled a cherry smell. Generations later, when their grandchildren and maybe great-grandchildren smelled a cherry smell, they just get really anxious. So don't you think we would be feeling that way if we had ancestors that were like, stalked and killed, or a whole bunch of our family nearly starved to death in the potato famine? Don't you think that's going to have some kind of an effect on us? Heck yes. So when you do TAT about anxiety, so the last thing about the potato famine, that would be food anxiety, or the typical one before would be feeling scared with certain types of people that just make you feel anxious, that might be sort of the kind of people that hunted and killed your ancestors, okay? So we don't need to know what those things are. We just need to look at our life in the moment and go, wow, when I smell cherry smell, I get anxious. Or when I'm around food, I feel like I just have to stuff myself. I get anxious and I feel like I just have to keep eating until I hurt. So when you do TAT, remember to really include that intention, that we're including all our ancestors in this. It's like, hey, all of you, this is for you too. And hey, all the parts of me still being tuned into and receiving the information like a radio signal with information, or a Wi-Fi projecting in this whole trauma or whole bunch of traumas. So we're doing it on behalf of all that stuff, the parts of us receiving it, from wherever it's being sent, for the ancestors that lived through it. We're doing TAT on behalf of all of that, without knowing what any of it is specifically, just figuring chances are good it's there. So do your TAT with all of that in mind, plus all the parts of you feeling anxious right now. And I bet you anything, you're going to be feeling much better by the end of that TAT session. So there you go. I hope it helps. Thank you for listening, and see you next time.